Hey fellow Target individuals, this is Kyle or Vulcan Wolverine and I've got to make this video to clear up a few things. It's late, I think Wednesday night, and I went 3 days without talking to my attackers. I always tell y'all not to talk to them. I went 3 days, and on the end of the third day, at the end of the afternoon to the night, I started having pent-up rage and just not being able to take it, because they actually use you not talking to, to kill you more, to say more things about you. They'll constantly lie. And just now, I just went totally off and just screamed in this guy's face. I made sure that it wasn't loud enough so the cops would come. He may still call the police or whatever. I said exactly what I thought of him, that he was a traitor, terrorist, and I said other things like I cussed, and it feels great. It feels like I just took a bowel movement and got all that out. So, I don't know. I don't know if you should talk to him or not, because it's like if you sit there and you don't say anything, you have to have an outlet, because like I was so angry and pent up that like I went over to my parents, and I was okay, but it was still, there was pent up stuff. I put up some videos, which I'm able to still get up on one computer. But man, I'll tell you what, I told that guy what I think about him and this whole program, because it's such bullcrap. It's such a traitorous, terrorist act on American soil. When it's not wartime, they're doing war crimes against citizens who are sleeping, and people being raped in this country, and this guy is just going full steam ahead with it. And I told him what I thought about him, and I did it. It was awesome, and it was awesome. It was so awesome, and I feel a lot better. So I just want to tell you all the total truth. I don't want to tell you, hey, don't say anything to your attackers. The thing is, today, because I've been silent for 3 days, I saw 5 cops. Tomorrow, I'm going to see about 50. Because of what I did tonight. So they definitely, I noticed it after 3 days of not talking and staying silent, they weren't able to get police to caravan me as much. After tonight, this guy, they surveil me, they edit it or whatever and show it to who they need to, and I'll see tons of cops tomorrow. They will be caravanning me all day long, and I bet you I see about 40 to 50 cops. But it was worth it. It was worth it telling this traitor terrorist who doesn't even care about his own family and is murdering people in their sleep who he is and what I think about him. Because he doesn't understand. He has no conscience. He doesn't care. He's just following orders or whatever he believes in, which is conscienceless murder and terrorism. And he doesn't even understand how evil he is. So telling him that and taking it from a person with a heart and a mind that cares about America, it felt so good, like I had gotten something out of me. So I don't know what to tell y'all to do. I'm just telling you what happened. It was so great. I got on my knees and I was like, you bleeping, bleep, effing, F, and I'll tell y'all, after 3 days of staying silent, so if you can do it, if you can do it, if you can stay silent and not care about it and be calm, you won't see as many cops if you're getting caravaned by cops, because this guy's gonna get that surveillance video. He's gonna edit it and out of context, and he's gonna give it to whichever cops are complicit or whoever he has, and then they're gonna show it to cops who don't know. However, the program or the system works, and I'm gonna have a lot of cops caravanning me tomorrow. I had some one-lighters and stuff today at work, but no cops. I had 5 because I stayed silent for 3 days. But I'll tell you what, they could send fucking 70 cops caravanning me and yelling at him and telling him what I thought about him tonight. Boy, I feel so much greater. I feel so much better, because it's the truth. He's always constantly lying and killing, and he doesn't care about the truth. And so when you tell the truth, it's like good, healthy food. It's like lies are like moldy old food that poisons you, and milk that's gone sour and all this stuff. So when you tell the truth, it's like healthy food that you're just eating, and you're like, okay, oh, my soul is fed again. So I don't know what to tell you guys. I put a video out saying not to talk to him, but tonight, like, I was sitting there in my enclosure. They're not hurting me much. They're not hurting me much. I can just hear the V2K though, and I hear his little ratty Weasley, like, we gotta do this and all this stuff, and he's torturing Americans, and he's all in depth in this program. And I swear I saw 5 cops, on the 3rd day of me being silent. So it worked in the outside world, not getting stirred up. Didn't work so much in here, where I was. And this is more important to me. They can throw 50 cops at me tomorrow, and I feel great. I feel so great. Oh my God, just telling him that he's a stupid, traitorous, terrorist son of a bitch who doesn't even care about his family or my family. Wow, it's priceless. It's priceless. Because he is a traitor, and he is stupid, and he is a murderer. I think these people, they've got something so wrong with them. It's like some kind of cult thinking. Like they're murdering Americans. He's taking orders from somebody, because he's ex-military, so it's some club or organization or whatever. They can send as many people out as they want. I feel great. I was getting pent up after 3 days. I was getting pent up and angry because they're murdering you and shooting microwaves at you and doing the V2K, and you're just staying silent. But you have to listen to their crap that's bullshit. So I just wanted to do this truth video. Because I don't want to put a video out saying, hey, don't talk to him, because, that's no good. It will stop police caravanning, because they're using surveillance against you if you act out. They're using that to get cops to caravan you, on their side. But, I don't care. That felt so good. I'm in a better place even if I see like 100 cops tomorrow, yelling at him. I don't want him to come to my house. Like, I made sure that just him surveilling me, he could hear it, so I wasn't screaming it. But I did. I hit my bathroom wall because I wasn't talking back to him. So I'm not telling y'all to talk to him or not talk to him. If you can stop from talking to him, and it feels good and it feels like you're fine, do that, because you'll have less outside forces against you when you go out on the streets. You'll have less harassment, less stuff for them to use. If you're like me and you fucking hate them because they're murdering jackasses who don't care about America, you gotta get it out somehow. And maybe find another way, but I had to do it tonight. I'm gonna try and find another way to get it out. I'm gonna try and find some kind of way to let off steam and get it out besides yelling at this guy. Because he's a murderer, and he'll use that. He'll use this and be like, yeah, he's a crazy guy, he's yelling. And he'll get the cops on his side. They'll edit the surveillance, or whatever they do. I don't know specifically what they do. I just know they do. It interacts with the outside world, especially police who are participating in gang stalking. When you do yell and you look like you're dangerous or whatever. It's a horrible, horrible, horrible thing. The worst thing I've ever seen in our history of the world. I want to just say our country, definitely our country, but in the history of the world, this is the worst thing I've ever seen. I'm going to fight it, and my gang stalking's bad, but telling this guy off and telling him who he is, because he doesn't know. He's like, yeah, this guy's crazy, and he's hurting his family, and he's killing my family, and he's killing me in my sleep, and he doesn't know. He doesn't understand. He's conscienceless. He's just like, oh, this is my orders, and I'm just doing this for America, and I'm getting civilian armies going, and he's lost. He's lost. He doesn't have like a heart or conscience to guide him. He doesn't care about America. He cares about this one situation, taking care of me, getting me out of here, murdering me, doing his mission. That's all he cares about. So, he doesn't understand. So I wanted to just tell him what he is. And I think I need to, from time to time, tell him what he is. Because he doesn't get it. He doesn't get it. He thinks he's like a hero. Like when people are asleep and he's murdering them and remote neural monitoring them and shooting microwaves at their head. He thinks he's like a hero, and he's getting some bad guy out of the country, or he's getting some bad guy out of his private home, whatever. Just whatever he thinks, whatever crazy psychopath murderers think. I'm not sure what they do think, but I told him what I thought about him, and it was great. It was so great. So this is just kind of an addendum to my Don't Talk to Them videos, because I couldn't keep it up. I kept it up for 3 days, and I exploded. But I exploded in a very funny way. It wasn't like a very scary way. It was kind of a, and you're a this and a that, and I said some cuss words, and I talked about how big his butthole was, because he's been by a bunch of guys, and how he could take all the microwave equipment and up the, I kind of went there, and I don't want to say it over the video, but, wow. It's like I needed to do it. So I'm just telling y'all what I did. I'm not saying do it. I'm saying if you can stay silent, you'll have a lot less trouble out there. Like if your attackers are attacking you or whatever, and you act up less. And I don't know, some of y'all may not have problems outside. My guy's like ex-military. He's a Mason, like he has connections in the police force. So he's dirty as crap. I mean, he's corrupt, and he's like using all of his connections to really, this is like, a military assassination on me. And I don't know how many people have it. I guess it's always like that. I don't know. I don't know y'all's special situations, but I know I'm gonna get it for this. I'll have policemen caravanning me. They'll be lied to. He'll edit this up, the surveillance of what I did tonight. And he'll get it to the proper channels, and they'll lie to the people. Saying I'm a terrorist or whatever. But it was worth it. What I feel in my heart right now. And how I feel, just a smile on my face. Oh, it's great. There's a guy, he is a total, utterly piece of trash, like pile of rat S. Just, he doesn't understand. He doesn't get it. Like, he's hurting his own family, his own kids, he's scaring them, and he doesn't care. As long as the outside world doesn't see it, he's fine with it. He's fine with it. That's how he works. That's how sociopaths work. So, they don't understand that they're bad. But I want to, every once in a while, I have to tell him how bad he is, because he's horrible. And all the people who participate in gang stalking and targeting and raping people in their houses, and shooting stuff at their heads and microwaving them, they're horrible people. A lot of them, they don't understand this. They're built a different way. And the people who developed this program, up past this guy, they knew that. They knew there was a type of person who cares, and a type of person who will do anything. And they knew. I didn't know. Like, I was naive. I got raised by great parents who worship God and want to do good things for people, who have helped them to their detriment all their lives, help people to their detriment. And there are people that are very different. But the people higher up, they've studied this. They've studied, how we are and how we think, and certain people, and certain people will do just whatever everybody else is doing, and they'll justify it. And some people actually like to murder, which I knew there were serial killers, but I didn't know that so many regular people, given the chance, would harass and murder innocent Americans. I just didn't know that. I just wish I didn't still know that, because a lot of people don't. Like, targeted individuals, we know. There are tons of people who get involved in this, And there are some people who don't even know this exists. They think everything is still hunky-dory. It is not. It is not. We do not live in a great republic anymore, with people who really care about the Constitution. We live in a place where technology kind of controls our morals, or the morals of people who don't have hearts and consciences. We live in that place now. So fight the way you can. I had to do it tonight. It's not going to make a difference. There probably will be a couple more cops caravanning me tomorrow, because he'll get the surveillance, he'll edit it the way he wants and give it out to, you know, whoever, because he has connections. He'll murder me all night. Like, he'll torture me all night. I'll wake up, my back will be sore and burning, and like I'll wake up and my head will be sore, and I'll be late for work because I've been tortured so bad. And he'll just, you know, he'll look like a hero to the cops he's giving the surveillance to, because they leave out certain parts. It's like, I think a lot of this stuff, they surveil you when they're microwaving you, and they don't tell they like have this system where it's like, look how crazy this guy is, but they leave out the whole microwave part. And then they basically trick cops into thinking you're like living with defenses and stuff like that without the microwave part. And that just makes us sound crazy, because people are like, well, there is no microwave part. You're just, you know, delusional or whatever. But, you know, as target individuals, we know what we're experiencing. We know this is real. I'm never going to stop. I'm never going to stop fighting people like this. This guy is a bag of crap. But I just wanted to tell you all that as an addendum to the don't talk to them rule, because I failed, and it feels great. Feels great. So, and some of y'all totally, you know, disagree with me. You're like, I talk to mine, and, you know, it doesn't make a difference, and I back them off or whatever. I think that it does affect the things they can do with the police and actual, you know, real authority on the outside. It affects that. It probably doesn't affect the people who are attacking you. They're going to attack you whether you talk or not. But know that it does have an effect on, like, the patrolling and stuff like that, vehicular harassment. I just don't care. I mean, I'd rather see 70 to 100 policemen a day and tell this guy off. You know, tell him, you know, he's hurting his children. He scares his children. He scares his wife. Like, he's using them as assets so that, you know, so he looks like he's a good father and a good husband to the outside world, while he has all these microwave weapons and arsenal in there, mixed with the arsenal of the guy in the black car, who I've never seen, who hates my guts. He's on V2K saying, yeah, we need to kill this guy. I've never seen the guy before. And I've never seen, there's a person number 3 who's not his wife and is a woman. I don't know. I think it's the neighbor next to him, but I'm not even sure. Like, these are people I've never talked to and never seen. And they like it that way. They like it that they've never seen you, and that you've never seen them. Because they're surveilling you. So they've seen you, but you don't see them. And they like that because they're cowards. They're cowards. They're murderers. Murderers are cowards. Murderers and terrorists and rapists and, you know, people who torture people while they sleep. They're cowards. It's just common sense. It is what it is. Torturers who torture people while they're sleeping are cowards. If this guy doesn't want to realize that and he's insulted by it, then he doesn't know himself, and he doesn't know the world, and he doesn't know who humans are, and he doesn't know what this country is, and he's an honorless, virtuous piece of crap. So I like to tell him once in a while what he is, so he's kind of reminded by it, you know. He is a piece of S. Alright, guys, this was kind of a... I'm not going to end this with a prayer, because it was kind of a very... how should I say it? It was kind of a very, you know, wordy video, you know, where I said a lot of bad words. So I'm not going to say this, I'm not going to end this with a prayer, but I am going to put it out as an addendum to, you know, don't talk to him, because, but it does have its good things. Not talking to him does have its good things about it. Like, it does affect a lot of the things that they can make you look like. You know, they can tell police that you're dangerous and stuff. If you don't talk, it's harder for them to do that. But it doesn't affect how much they're hurting you with the microwave stuff. Alright, guys, I guess that's all I want to say. I hope I explained it well enough. It felt really good telling this guy what a bleep he is. I just wish he knew that, and I wish he would stop doing what he's doing, but he won't. Like, he's conscienceless. He has no conscience. He has no soul. He doesn't care. He'll kill people. He knows, like, he watches me research this stuff, he knows there are girls being raped all over America. They actually try and get more young women to vehicular harass me, to shove that in my face. Like, it's a very, very debaucherous, like, just insane way that they harass you. They harass you with, like, your good feelings. Like, I don't want women in my country to be raped, so he knows that they're being raped with this program, so he gets more young women to vehicularly harass me, to rub it in my face that he doesn't give a crap. And that's how they are. They don't care. They don't have consciences. So we've got to realize who we're fighting. They don't. It's not like they're sitting there murdering you all day and then they spend the night, like, spend a couple minutes going, "Oh, I'm hurting this guy. I shouldn't do this." They don't have any thoughts like that. Not 1 second. It's not that long is spent on, should I be killing an American? Not one. Not like that. Not even that. Not that. Not that. Snap. Not even that in their minds. Not that one in their minds. So we gotta realize who we're dealing with. They're conscienceless. They don't care about murdering. They're not gonna rethink it or think like, wow, I'm doing this bad thing. They don't care. Or at least I'm talking about my situation. And there are people involved who really do care. And they're trapped also, but I'm talking about the main people who control this and who are gang stalking me, because his wife does care about her children. She wants this to stop. She's full of consciousness. She hates murder, but it's like he's just an abusive husband. Doesn't care about her rights or her wants. He doesn't care about her. I wish she would just move away from him. Okay, I'm not going to go into that. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna wrap this one up. But it felt good. It felt good to shout back at him for a little while. It does help on the outside if you don't. If you can do it and not feel so much pent-up rage that you're gonna bust open, do it. I had to do it tonight. I felt so. I was like, after I'd say stuff to him, I was like, yes! It felt so good. Because, like, I was sitting there all pent up watching a TV show, and I was just like, I just went to the wall, and I just did it. I didn't yell or anything. It was, like, kind of a loud, kind of humorful, like, but with cuss words and telling him what he was, and, like, oh, it was awesome. It felt so awesome. I felt so good. Alright, I love you guys. Don't let this ruin, your plan. If it is working, go ahead. I guess I'm just, I don't know, my personality is like I sit there and I don't say anything, and they're V2K'ing me and they're microwaving me, and so it gets to me after a while. So I've got to find a different way. I've got to find a way to either get that out, or I've got to do what I did tonight. So I don't know. I'm going to figure it out. This is a work in progress. None of us know how to deal with this stuff because you're being murdered while you're supposed to not act out, because you'll get in trouble if you try and defend yourself, or you say anything about defending yourself, or you act out, or you talk back. So it's a new thing. It's a new atrocity in the world. It's a new atrocity in America. And we just got to figure this out. So I'm just telling you what I did tonight. It made me feel great. But don't, if it makes you feel great to not talk to them and not see a lot of police, or not have as much trouble in your life, and they're not really hurting you, do that instead. Do the opposite of me. But I have to tell the truth. I have to be transparent. I have to leave this journal of what's really happening. I don't want to lie to you guys and say, oh well, I'm not saying anything to them and I feel great, and it's, I want to tell y'all what I did. And tomorrow I will wake up, and I will try not to speak to them, and I will be silent all day long. I will go back to it and try it again, because it's not like, it's like both are losing. You're losing if you don't talk. You're losing if you do talk. It just depends on what can get you through it. Because this is so messed up and so ridiculous and has no law in it at all, and it's like they're really trying to entrap Americans and murder them. So it's new territory that we're pioneering. We're treading through it. But I love you guys. God bless you. Have God lead you. Pray. I prayed a lot today when I did feel mad, and it helped. And maybe I should have done that tonight instead of doing that. But this felt so good. God, I was just I was just on my knees, and I was like, "You are an F. You don't even care about this. You're a traitor to our country, and you can show this to any policeman you want because I hate." It was just like this long. Oh, it was awesome. Oh my God, it was awesome, and it was like less bad than when I do it all the time because it was full of humor because I hadn't done it in so long. I don't know, maybe every just 4 days I'll just let it out. Maybe I can get longer and longer, Maybe get longer periods of time of not talking to him. Because they're over there right now. I mean, he's in his house right now. He's in his house right now. That's the wall of shame right there. He's in his house right now. The black car guy's in his house right now. His wife's up. Person number 3 is in there. So there are four adults in that house. There's maybe 2 people in the Hispanic home, and then people across the street. When I started saying the stuff, the guy let the dog out across the street. He has a German Shepherd. Let that German Shepherd out and start barking while I was doing that. So, I mean, people are up, and they're, focused on the gang stalking and hurting me in my house. And it just felt great to kind of tell them. I mean, these people know. I've researched this stuff. I show all the, I've watched all the testimonies of women who are like, I have rape dreams. People are being, there are all these women giving testimonies. I've talked on the conference calls with women. They've heard it. They know that women are being hurt. These people have no excuse. They know that other Americans are being hurt. They know it's not just me. This guy who's ex-military, he knows Americans are being killed in their homes. He goes along with it anyway, so he is basically saying he approves of that. That's gay. If he's in this situation, he finds out that women are being hurt in their homes and raped in their homes, that means he should stop and be like, I'm not going to participate in this, and I'm going to say no to this situation, so in other situations maybe other people will speak up and speak out against it. He's not doing that at all. He is I have to do this, so for some reason these people have to do it or are getting something or whatever. It's crazy. It's crazy. And I know I look crazy to a lot of people. At this point, the things that have happened to me, I could give a damn. I could give a damn. I'm in my heart, I know that God is leading me. He doesn't want this for any of his people in the world, much less America. And it's just excruciating. Fascism, communism, and death, torture, and basically your home becomes a concentration camp, and everywhere you go becomes a concentration camp because of technology. It doesn't matter. At this point, it doesn't matter. I don't care what people think about me because they're going to have to, face this. Everybody's going to have to face this. Some people may be like, you need to take your meds. I haven't experienced that. I don't care. And I may be saying that to people who would say this if I wasn't involved in it. I actually might. I actually might not do the research, and I might be like, oh, those people are crazy. It doesn't matter, though, because it's coming to all of us. So what I'm saying now, people are going to look back on it and be like, wow. And that's everything conspiracy factualists say. Eventually, everybody looks back on that stuff, and they're like, they were right. Because people aren't dumb. People who do research, people who have scientific evidence, people who look and study into things of the government, they study facts and documents. They're not stupid. They learn things, and people can say, oh, don't look into anything, and let's just, gang stalk a bunch of people because the police say so. And I mean, that's great for now until, their parents are being murdered in their house, or their brothers are being murdered in their house or whatever. That's great until then. It's great until it comes to your door. And you know what I know now. At 9/11, I was silent when Muslims started being persecuted, and then all these false flags started happening. I stayed silent, and these wars are happening, and people are being ripped apart and their families, and I stayed silent. And I said, you know, it's not happening to me, so who cares? And then it came to my door. And it came to my door. So everybody should know that it's going to come to your door eventually. So you might as well start you know, fighting it now. Now's the time. You know, and I wish I would have done that in 2001. I wish in 2001 or 2002 I would have opened my eyes and I would have started protesting. I was a chicken and I was a coward. And I didn't start looking into 9/11 until like 2007, 2008. So I was totally on the bandwagon. Nothing's going on. My eyes are closed till like 2008. Eventually it's going to come to your door. Everybody. Like every country, every person, man, woman, child, it's going to come to your door eventually. So you might as well start looking into it now. And you might as well start fighting it now. And if you're just going to listen to some authority figure and harass somebody or hurt them, then you are on the wrong side and you're not looking into stuff. Alright guys, good night. I don't know if that was a positive or a negative message. It's just kind of the truth I'm feeling right now. I'll definitely put it out. I'm definitely putting out as many videos as I can. I've got a lot of, you know, great views on my channel. Whatever with the gang stalking. Remote neural monitoring seems to be the most popular thing. So if you have experiences with that and you're doing YouTube videos, get those out because people want to know about it. So give your experiences. That's something that's so it's really the most invasive rape that's ever been done in this world. It's a mind rape. Like it's a mind rape. So it's the most invasive. The last vestige of our peace is in our mind. I thought it was the private home. I was like, you can go into your private home and you can be at peace. That's, everybody knows that's out. Surveillance, everybody knows about surveillance. But your mind is the last vestige of peace. And so people, when their mind starts being raped and their peace is gone forever, because there are people who will do this forever. For years. They'll do it for years because the technology's new and they just don't give a damn. We got to learn about it. We got to fight it. We got to push it back so that it stops and we are able to have some kind of peace in our human lives. And if you're not experiencing this, then I'm just telling you, it's going to come to your door because the same thing happened to me. I didn't speak up, and I knew stuff was going. I knew people were being persecuted. I knew people were being like, it was like, oh, they're all bad, or we got to get them. And I knew it, and I said, well, I can't really do anything. Now it's at my door. It's in my house. It's in my mind. So we better fight, because sooner or later, it's not even going to be at your door. It's going to be in your house. It's going to be in your body. I mean, these people are going to be attacking you through your walls. So we might as well all get on board and fight for freedom, because these people aren't. They're fighting. I don't know what this guy's fighting for. He may think he's fighting for freedom or security. He's stupid. Really stupid, or really evil. Either one's bad. Like I think he's really evil. Like I don't think he's really stupid. I think he's got beliefs that are very, very evil, that are about control, and he doesn't care about freedom unless it's his. He thinks that people should be killed unless it's him. It's selfish evil. He's like, oh, we can kill people off, and people don't need to be free. They can be controlled unless it's me. That's his thoughts, you know. And they're the worst thoughts possible, because if one person's, you know, getting injustice, then the whole society is in danger. And Martin Luther King said that. You know, all these. I'm gonna end it there, but we've all got to fight. Sooner or later, it will be further along than at our door. So if you see somebody being persecuted, if you see injustice happening to somebody, or somebody speaking about it, don't write them off. Don't say they're crazy. Don't say it'll never happen to me. I'm at peace, and these people, they deserve it. Do not say that, because we have a legal system. We have a peaceful legal system that catches criminals and leaves peaceful people alone and exonerates innocent people. this system that these people are killing people in their homes does not exonerate innocent people. It just makes up lies about them so they can be killed in their homes. So sooner or later it can happen to anybody, because it has happened to anybody. Alright guys, good night. Just wanted to kind of tell you all what's going on with me. I love you guys, and peace be with you. Live long and prosper. May the force be with you. Alright, good night.